Hi, I'm Ala Hussein, and today my presentation is on signal transduction pathway for Alzheimer's disease. What is Alzheimer's disease? Alzheimer's is a chronic disease and is a brain disorder of unknown set of causes, which is the most common form of dementia that usually starts in the late middle age or in old age. Some common results of this disease include progressive memory loss, impaired thinking, disorientation, and changes in one's personality or mood. The diagram you see here is the difference between a healthy brain and a severe Alzheimer's brain within patients. Prevalence and impact of Alzheimer's. This is the most common cause of dementia in people who are 65 years and older. Approximately 4 million Alzheimer's patients in the United States are present today. Alzheimer's is the fourth leading cause of death in the United States and affects 10% of people over the age of 65 and 50% of people over the age of 85. So what causes this disease? Alzheimer's disease is characterized as a disease involved in the formation of toxic amyloid beta plaques and neurofibrillary tangles that leads to neural cell death, essentially preventing normal function of cell. There is a degeneration of brain neurons, especially in the cerebellum cortex, and presence of neurofibrillary tangles and plaques containing beta amyloid cells. More specifically, increased oxidative stress and most folded proteins formations are one of the most important factors leading to AD. The diagram you see here explains the major causes of Alzheimer's disease. Small toxic oligomers that form inside neurons. You have the single A beta, and then you have the A beta after it became toxic, and then the P tau after it became toxic, and then the dysfunction and death of neurons. Pathophysiology of Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease attacks nerves and brain cells as well as neurotransmitters. The destruction of these parts essentially causes clumps of protein to form around the brain cells. These clumps are known as plaques and bundles. The presence of the plaques and the bundles then to start destroying more connections between the brain cells, which makes the condition worse. The abnormal transduction cell signaling pathway of the disease or the normal versus the normal signaling pathway. The diagrams I have here present represent the normal signaling pathway versus the abnormal signaling pathway. The first one here, as you can see, in APOE pathway, and then in the abnormal signaling pathway, the LPE has two different routes. One where the metabolism, synaptic plasticity, transcription, then the cerebral vascular integrity. Then you have AB clearance and AB aggression. Essentially, both of these create amyloid beta pathology, and then there causes neuroinflammation, and then you have a tau pathology, and this essentially leads to Alzheimer's disease. Characteristics that are unique to the signaling pathway. Receptor has two different binding sites for acetylcholine. The binding sites are considered to be extracellular and also located in the cell's plasma membrane. The name of the ligand that binds is called nicotine. Second messengers are not involved in this pathway. Scaffold proteins are involved, and the name of the proteins are PDS-containing PSD95 family proteins that co-localize with NACHRS. Protein kinases are involved, and their function consists of the SFKS binding and phosphorylate alpha-7 nicotinic receptors regulating their activity. G protein is also involved, and the name of it is alpha-7 nicotinic receptor. Steps in the abnormal pathway leading to Alzheimer's. There's a degeneration of brain neurons, especially in the cerebral cortex, and presence of neurofibrillary tangles and plaques containing beta, which are beta amyloid cells, also known as A beta cells. Extracellular amyloid beta plaques and wide tangles containing hyperphosphorylated type protons are frequently present in the brains of patients with AD. The protein known as amyloid beta essentially causes the death of the cell through the process of activation of the receptors known as nicotinic acetylcholine. Amyloid beta, also known as A beta, comprises a variety of different signaling pathways that include the ERK, MAPK, and the GNK pathways. Another thing that A beta plays a role in is that it activates the AKT, essentially controlling the activity of apoptotic proteins. These pathways include hyperphosphorylation of the 2-microtubule protein, which is known for activating the important formation of neurofibrillary tangles, essentially leading to Alzheimer's. The types of cells response that's generated is nuclear, and the gene expression is controlled by C MYC. The signal termination. The signal is officially terminated when enzymes that are known as kinases facilitate the phosphorylation of amino acids, which essentially adds a phosphate group to them and therefore changing the shape of the protein. Given that the ligand is unable to bind with the protein and the signal will not be able to be carried on anymore. The following are my references. Thank you.